Okay, Coach Breeze, tough one there. Eight matches to one. Well, technically 9, but 8 matches to 1 that were wrestled. When you look at that one, tough match at 33. They get out of the gate, they survive with one. Your guy, Lukowski, comes after him. He almost gets takedown there at the end. He's surging on him, right? 41, I thought the lead competed at 41.
Yeah, absolutely.
He likes to slip off. He's a big reversal man.
Yeah.
When you look at that, though, like, you competed at those 2 matches. Then you get pinned in a couple. 57, obviously, the highlight of the duel for you guys.
Yep.
But a lot of those matches, it was pace. It was pace. And if you get those guys in the deep waters, it feels like you guys can win the match. What's your overall assessment of what happened tonight?
I mean, those guys are tough to compete against. Obviously, they're good, so wrestling good people is tough in and of itself, but they're wily. Like, there's a reason they're good and ranked the way they are, because they find ways to win matches. It's not always pretty. They're a team you have to start fast on because they're really, really good at controlling the match late in the match. Whether we have the better pace or not, and I certainly felt like we did, they had done the work they needed to in the first period. We had to go chase them. And so that's what's got to change for us, is we need to have pace but not have to chase points, be in the match. And so, I mean, overall, I thought our effort was really good, and it's like, sincerely good effort. Like, I felt awful about how we performed on Monday. Nothing against Wheeling Jesuit. We performed very poorly. We wrestled very good tonight and just made some huge mistakes,
84
like
97.
match-changing mistakes.
84 and 97.
Yeah.
I mean, Palzer's hitting bully doubles. The guy's got no answer to any. I mean, he's scoring at will, right?
Yeah.
He could have just kept doing it, posting arms, like literally youth moves, like my 1-year-old Thomas does. Not kidding. Like, and he's so explosive.
Yep.
And then he kind of stops wrestling. He has a lapse.
Yep.
Dreggy. He's got the guy cradled and pins himself.
Yep.
How do you fix those mistakes?
I think a little bit of it is consistency in the room. At times, we're even in the room, our better guys are putting on, the big parachute and coasting through a couple things, and we need to stop doing that. We need to put guys specifically in their individuals in places they're really not comfortable. We're not a scrambly team. We just aren't. Hopefully a little bit of my PA-ness will eventually wear off and we'll get a little bit more scrambly, but most of our guys are very good, straight line, right side up. We just aren't comfortable in those positions, and it was a lack of awareness. So, part of it is you avoid those positions like the play, but part of it is knowing when you're beat and knowing how to get out of it as well. I mean, and so that really hurt us. But it doesn't change the way we were wrestling before that happened. I mean, and that's why we wrestle regular season dual meets. I'm not going to be as positive about this if it happens at the regional tournament, but right now, we wrestle these matches to figure out what we're doing wrong, to try and beat really good teams and really good guys. We've got about 2/3 of the puzzle figured out, and it's a good sign, because once we get to regionals, it's a crapshoot anyway. Everyone's close, everyone's tight. We got to be better at staying in our positions and finish where we can. But I mean, it's odd. I told them in the room, and I think they kind of thought I might have been a little bit crazy too. This is the best effort collectively we've had all season. We won a lot of matches early because we were the more talented guys, but I don't think our effort was as good. We've lost some matches recently because people were maybe a little bit more talented than us and our effort didn't match theirs. Tonight, I felt like we brought the effort pretty much across the board. We just made some huge mistakes, like huge ones. Not the little ones where you give up a point, the huge ones where you've dug yourself a hole you can't get out of.
I mean, 49, 65, 70, or 84, 97.
Yeah.
Right? 74. That guy's battling, though.
Yeah.
He's in that match. He can win. He can change that result.
That's already a big change in result. I think that was a major, maybe bordering on a tech in December. So the gap, has been closed quite a bit. Again, you never know what's going to happen the next time you compete, but we feel good about how we competed and that we can be in that match. Believing you can be in the match is half of the battle sometimes, especially, Orson's a freshman. Finding out he can wrestle that match might change how he competes the next time. It's the first time he didn't feel like he could even compete in that match.
Boggs goes to war. Every match, if Boggs can make a war out of a match, Boggs can be NCAA champion. I don't think there's no doubt. If he can make it a war, I mean, how good do you feel about that if he can make it into his match?
I love it when it gets to the point where it's just heart, because he has probably as much of it as anybody in the country, and he has great conditioning and great pace. He's gone through spurts this year where he's wrestled matches too slow and too one-dimensional, and guys have stuck around with him, and he won on heart anyway. And he's wrestled some matches where he's maybe a little too overzealous, and then he had to come back and win on heart anyway. I think he's got 3 losses on the year. One of them was to the guy that Kelly had beat, the common opponent. That was an overtime match, so he lost an overtime match. He lost to the number 2 guy in the country, like 5-4, and he lost to the guy that's currently ranked 4th, like 9-6, and he wrestled a match where he wrestled in all the wrong places. And he wasn't able to make it a war because the match got too slow. So if he can make it a pace battle, I mean, we feel good about it with everyone. He's obviously, guys are staying with him too. We're not knocking, we're not tech following everybody right now, but we're really good at winning those matches. There's a roll of the dice that comes with that it's always close, but we're really, really good at being the guy that's comfortable in the deep water in third period overtime. So, you got that to kind of hang your hat on. I've never felt not confident with him when it gets to that point.
All right, moving forward, what do you guys got next?
GMAC duels next weekend. So
we previewed that, didn't we?
Yes. Yeah. So big chance to win the first conference championship for the GMAC. We talked about what that kind of is going to look like and how tough it can be. But I mean, we come off of this and we have something big to get up for again. It's not a random Wednesday dual meet where you can maybe hang your head a little bit. We have a week to go compete for a championship, a conference championship.
You could go 0-5 or 5-0 next week.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you guys have a bad stretch. You can go 0-5.
Yeah.
Right? You got to be ready.
Yeah,
for
sure.
We're going to see 125 back in the lineup.
I'm hoping so. Every day we're getting closer. It's one of those things that there's going to be a breakthrough day, and then I think we're going to be good to go. But there's got to be that breakthrough to get over the hump where we're comfortable putting him out there. Where, I mean, again, you got to have the end in sight. We wanted him for all of these duels. We wanted him back, but we got to have the end in sight. It's no different than what you're seeing in a lot of D1s. We're not trying to protect him from good matches, but if he's not right yet and he's not ready, kid's ranked 8th in the country, 7th in the country. Like, we want him to be right when he gets back, and I think if he is, we'll be in a really good position there.
All right. We got Tiffin next week. You got anything else for me?
No, I just appreciate you coming out, and hopefully I didn't sound too much of a crazy man on the broadcast. I tried to stay away from the camera during the duel.
That's good. That's good. And good. Hey, listen, I like when you fight for your guys. Might cost you a team point, but I'm all right with that.
Hey, for the record, this is important. For the record, Coach Breese did not give up a team point tonight. Just that, so everyone's clear on that.
Okay, who gave up the team point?
That was at 97. That was.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thanks for the time. We'll see you at the GMAC. All right.
All right. Sounds good.